Alright. How should I do this? I don't even know. Yeah, Jenny, you gonna help me out? Oh, such a big girl. Such a big girl. Yeah. Say hi. Yeah, this is how it will be. Right now I am 5 weeks and 4 days pregnant. I mean, it is happy news. We are very happy. We've been trying to conceive. We actually succeeded on our 2nd month. So we feel very, very lucky. Felt the urge to catch whatever is gonna happen on camera, so our kids will have something to see or look back on, see our precious memories. That is mainly why I want to do this. Hello everyone, it's me from the future. What you have just seen is one of the first recordings of my first pregnancy. I've been feeling quite uncertain what to do with all of this footage and this video as a whole. But in the end I decided that I just want to, put my story out there. The main intention of this video is not to hurt anybody, but to heal for myself and to remember what has happened. So in this video you will be able to see my early pregnancy symptoms, everything that led up to the miscarriage and after. I just hope that this will be useful or interesting to see for somebody other than me. Yeah, I definitely feel awkward. Nothing to worry about there. I've been losing my mind. Because I thought that whenever you do a pregnancy test, you instantly are supposed to get like a dark line. Whenever my line, of course it took quite a long time to darken, I was losing my mind that it's gonna be miscarriage or something's gonna happen, something's wrong. This is my test after day 20 past ovulation. I was very happy about it, and since then I've been just enjoying preggy life. We rushed to get married. Well, not rushed, it was quite due. For me it was very important to get married before getting pregnant. And basically after we got married, we started right away. We were aiming for an October baby. We really wanted a Halloween baby. It still could happen because the app says that my due date is the 6th of November. A Halloween baby still could happen. We will see. This month I took early pregnancy test. It says on the packaging that it can detect a pregnancy 7 days before your period. And I took one of them around 6 days before my period and it came out negative. I was devastated. We had to go visit family over the weekend. Throughout the whole thing, I couldn't enjoy being with my partner's family because I was just so sad. I felt like I was alone in my body. This was the first time in my life I discovered a different kind of loneliness. But it turns out I was actually pregnant. It was just me trying to know early if I was pregnant or no, being impatient and then just getting sad over the negative test. On the day when my period was supposed to happen, I actually went on a gynecologist checkup, mainly because, well, we wanted to conceive and I just wanted to get it checked out to see everything is ready to go. The gynecologist checked me out and as she was doing the ultrasound, she said that, oh, your wall in your uterus is quite thick and that can be because you're pregnant. But, well, don't think that you're pregnant. It can be because you're about to get your period. And just don't think about you being pregnant because she doesn't want me to get disappointed. And of course, I tried not to think that I'm pregnant, but how can you not consider that this might be it? As I said, it was supposed to be my first day of period. It never came. I instantly took a test the next morning. I came out positive. I got a faint line. It's past the 5-minute, 10-minute mark of reading the results. But you know, who doesn't look at the pregnancy test? This pregnancy test, by the way, is so cute. That little heart where the positive is. I love it. I remember the moment whenever I went to the bed, my partner was still, waking up. And I was like, babe, do you see this line? And he was like, yeah, there is a faint line. I was like, oh my god, I'm not imagining it. I just kept saying that there's a line in the little heart. And that I'm pregnant. Of course, both of us were just buzzed, very excited. And I am over here, just waiting for my belly to grow, for my baby to grow, and so that I can meet them. Hello again. We officially need to be in potato mode. So today I am 5 weeks and 6 days pregnant. I never actually talked about symptoms. And it's mainly because I have symptoms, but whenever somebody's pregnant, you usually think of, oh, they are throwing up every morning, they feel sick, they cannot eat. I don't have that at all. I'm very grateful for that I don't feel sick, because I can still eat healthy and get all the nutrients for the baby. My symptoms are, I would say, the rest of the usual stuff. I go to the bathroom a lot. I'm not sure if I have cravings either yet. I am a very cravey person. I feel like that did not change. Why are you crying? He is crying because the door is closed.
Are you hungry?
I am. Okay. Don't tap the camera. Kids, am I right? Usually Rani is the one who doesn't like closed doors. I have very, very vivid dreams, which is always like whenever I'm dreaming, I do not. Here we go. You need to be let in as well. Whenever I'm dreaming, I cannot differentiate between dream and reality. It's like I feel like I'm tripping. I feel cramping, just the usual pregnancy cramping, and I cannot do sudden movements. If I suddenly turn or I suddenly get up, my ovaries, what feels like my ovaries, just have a sharp pain in them. So I've been trying to just be very slow, like incredibly slow with everything I do. Trying to be healthy, drink enough water, bond with the baby. I always try to put my hand in here and just realize that someone is in here growing inside and just enjoying the feeling of it. if you hear Rennie, my cat, in the background crying. Well, she's crying because she wants her toy out and she wants me to play with it. And she's also moving the shower door. Wedgie. What a big duster. This is the end of the day. And I kind of just want to get ready to bed. The pregnancy is pregnancying, that's for sure. I feel like my pregnancy is very, very chill. I do feel nausea now in the mornings, but it's I don't have any food aversions or anything. It's just I kind of feel dizzy, nauseous. This week, the hydration and drinking water definitely came into play. I was constantly just very, very thirsty this week. I feel like my lips are always chapped. Flo did recommend to drink a lot of water this week because it helps to produce the amniotic fluid, so most likely that is what is happening. Which is nice, everything is progressing smoothly, hopefully. I am very looking forward to my first checkup, which will be at whenever I will be at 9 weeks on the dot. So until then, we are just kind of sitting ducks, waiting, trying to eat healthy. Today I made the just tastiest veggie sauce pasta, the chicken breast on top. Oh my god, it was so nice. I'm really proud of myself for making that. I feel like this week, I feel like I took a nap every day. Not every week, but every day this week. I feel like I just cannot breathe properly, as if my nose is always clogged up and there's not enough air in my lungs. Like even now I feel like I am having a hard time talking. So that is not fun. Yeah. Just quickly grab my bathrobe and water. Whew. Today is Sunday, so it was a chill day. I napped most of the time and then went shopping for dinner. And then I made dinner. And that was most of it. Just got out of the shower. I have to quickly get in with the toner. My skin is very, very dry. Yes, Renzi. I'm not sure if this is too much information. I completely forgot. What was I gonna say? Rennie, do you know? Anyway, any other pregnancy symptom I can think of? Oh, the hunger. The hunger definitely attacked this week. It's so weird because I'm doing fine. I have food. Everything's good. But then all of a sudden I get so hungry out of nowhere. Like it's just not hungry. I am starving and my belly is grumbling. Literally, I can hear my belly grumbling. I've been craving a lot of sweet stuff, but it's all like weird and homey stuff. Like I've been really craving like pancakes, like European style pancakes with jam inside. I also been craving a lot of like stuff that has cheese curd in or cream cheese or any type of this type of sweets. It's been hard to keep up with work. I have the privilege to work from home, so even then I have it easy. But still, like, I feel like my attention is just not there. All I can think about is baby stuff. Just full on baby brain. This week, we told our friends and family that we are expecting, that I am pregnant. Everyone has been really happy. Really overjoyed. Everybody's asking already, like, how am I doing? Am I feeling okay? What can they do? I am fine. Like, I wonder Sometimes I feel like I'm not even pregnant. It scares me because I want to be pregnant. I wish I would have all of these crazy symptoms so I know that, something is changing. I am more sweaty and smelly. Had a tad bit of a nausea in the mornings, like dizziness. I am very hungry. I am still sleepy. And that's about it. Now that friends and family and everybody knows. I mean, I knew that we cannot keep it a secret for the entire first trimester. Like, there's no way. Like, we are not that type of people. I could not keep such a huge thing about my life a secret. It's just, right now, I just feel that it's like more pressure almost on me. Everybody will want to know the next steps. How am I feeling? What is going on? And if something bad happens, then everybody will know. Which I don't know how I feel about. I mean, hopefully nothing bad will happen because, oh my god, I don't know how I will even live with it. I just had to save Ernie for my really, really huge box. Alright, I need to brush my teeth, and other than that, I think I am ready for bed. And I'm guessing you don't want to watch me brush my teeth, so I'm just gonna switch you off. Hello again, it's me from the bathroom again. It has been kind of crazy. It has been kind of crazy. Like, I went back and forth between, it's finally the washing machine is done. Oh my god. So I felt so sick from the dizziness that I constantly went rude. I constantly went back and forth. You done? So I constantly went back and forth. This cannot be. I will just keep on being silent for a while, I think. Main thing is that I was so sick from feeling dizzy and nauseous that I was thinking that, oh my god, I might throw up at any second. So I constantly went back and forth between the living room and the bathroom, just trying to walk it out, but at the same time, be at a close proximity to the bathroom. Thankfully, I did not throw up, but I definitely felt like a vegetable all day. Of course, because I was nauseous, I didn't feel like eating anything at all. So I guess that means that I had a bit of food aversions as well. My partner decided to cook fish for lunch. Which was very funny because, of course, the smell triggered me intensely. I just ran around opening all windows, trying to make sure that I will not throw up, and quickly washed up everything had a fish smell at all, just to make sure that the smell doesn't linger. Although I'm pretty sure I kind of smelled it, until the end of the day, as always, because even if you wash things up, stuff like this always lingers. Yeah, not to mention the fact that while I was sick, I felt like it would be a great idea to put on a show to just take my mind off of things. And I decided, because one of my friends have been recommending it, I decided to put on Dr. House. Well, it is a great show, don't get me wrong. We've been watching it ever since. But oh my god, it was so graphic. So that definitely kind of played into the mood of feeling sick as well. But again, I pulled through, I survived. And maybe it just was me feeling uncomfortable and my body tensed up. But my lower back was hurting really, really bad. My neck was hurting really, really bad as well. That has been a bit hard to deal with. Like, I think nausea, I can control it. I kind of prepared for feeling sick and I got ginger tablets. I drink ginger tea, which I really like. So that really helps and really helped me with just feeling nauseous. I also took a paracetamol. If I move this much, I'm like, whoa, just going crazy. Me and my partner have a theory that I felt this because I ran out of my iron tablets, and me being pregnant kind of just they acted together. I also changed prenatal. In the meantime, Rani is again here next to me, just checking everything out, making sure the recording goes as smooth as possible. I'm not sure if you guys experience it, but for some reason, chemical SPFs just break my skin out. I started using chemical SPFs like multiple years ago, but around a year or so, like my skin started feeling sensitive. And I feel like it just always disrupts my barrier, my skin barrier. So I started using physical SPFs. And to be honest, I really, really like them. I should be ready for potato mode, because this is at home potato mode. Hello and welcome back. I am 9 weeks pregnant right now. I didn't film a sit-down video like this for week 8, mainly because my pregnancy is boring, or I don't know. Nothing really happened. Maybe the only different thing recently is I have a bit of lower back pain. I cannot sleep that well because my nose feels stuffy constantly. And I was constipated once. Might be a bit weird to share. Didn't feel nauseous. I still did not throw up yet. I stopped napping every day. Now I nap like every 2 or 3 days. So I guess my energy is back as well. Yesterday, I finally had my first checkup with the gynecologist. To be honest, it went great. We tried out a new gynecologist that I never went to. She is a very nice old lady. She has great character. I think I really like her. My partner does attend most of my health checkups, mainly because we are living in Lithuania and I don't really know the language. So he's there to help me out with all the administration and check-in and all of that. But of course we try to find doctors that know English and speak English, so I am not completely clueless about things. She basically just asked me like, how am I feeling? Do I have any complaints? Again, I told her that I am not that sick. I feel great. Told her some of my pregnancy symptoms very quickly. And she was like, it all sounds very common. And let's check out the baby. Let's do the ultrasound. Whenever we were looking at the baby, she was showing us where the little heart was and how we can see that around the little heart it's like moving, pumping. It was very nice to see because this was the most important thing. I wanted to know that there's a heartbeat and they are alive in there, and everything's good. Showing us the heart as if the little baby wanted to say hi to us. It was wiggling like this. It was quite cute. So we were all laughing about that. We got our first picture of the baby. Let me get it. Show it properly. Here is our first picture of the baby. Basically, there would be the heart where the two circles meet, and that is the head and that is the body, and this round thing would be the umbilical cord. Everything seems fine. The growth of the fetus of the baby seems normal. My flow app said on that day that I am 9 weeks pregnant. It looks like just by the size that it's 8 weeks 3 days, and after adding in the data of my last period, it gave us 8 weeks 6 days on that day. So again, that was 1 day difference. So after we got checked and both of us saw our baby for the first time, we sat down and she guided us through of what should be happening next. Because this was the first checkup, it was a very short time slot, and basically tomorrow I am going in to give blood so they can do all the blood tests, and next Thursday, whenever I will be 10 weeks pregnant exactly, I will go back and we will go through and talk about the results of the blood tests. And she said that she will examine me more and tell me more about like the estimation of when conception might have happened and just more details. We can talk about more of what I want to ask as well, or some kind of concerns I have. I am a very visual person and I like to imagine things so I can look forward to them, if that makes sense. Like I visualize whatever is going to be in my life and then I get excited for it. And I think this is what needs to happen as well with the baby. Like I want to know the gender so I can visualize them properly, think of names, and think of how I want to interact with them, take care of them. Next week, Thursday, going back, and then I will apparently get a pregnancy card that will show every time I have to go in or everything that needs to be checked, and they will schedule me in for all future appointments as well. All sounds great. I just wanna know more. After this, I asked my husband, how does it feel to see our baby? Now we have to believe it. Until now, there was nothing. It was just, my pregnancy test was positive, but we didn't really see anything. So I feel like now truly got into our head finally, even though I've been happy being pregnant and everything. Is just a different level of understanding whenever you see the little baby wiggle their little butt inside your belly. He said that it's just undescribable. Of course it's good, but it's hard to even compare it to anything. So yeah, that was the last time I sat down and talked in front of the camera about the pregnancy before everything happened. So now I will explain exactly what happened up to the miscarriage and even after. So I was mentioning blood tests and another appointment in the last clip. That all happened on week 10 of my pregnancy. My blood tests came out good. Everything was within normal ranges. The only thing to mention would be that iron was being on the lower end, but still within normal range. At that time I was taking iron supplements and continuing on to do so. The ultrasound on that doctor's appointment went well as well. We saw the baby, we saw the little heartbeat. Size and development wise, everything seemed normal. So most of the appointment was more so about talking my blood test results and filling out my pregnancy booklet. The doctor answering some of my questions I had. Unfortunately, after week 10, everything kind of went downhill from there. On week 11, my husband had a minor operation done on his nose, or more so in his nose, which required him to be in the hospital for 3 days or more. Emotionally, I did not handle this situation well. Most likely because of my pregnancy, I felt very attached to him. So the thought of being separated from him, not sleeping in the same bed at the end of the night, especially while he was in pain, it just devastated me. Even the days leading up to the operation date, I cried. Every time I thought about him going away. It might be a bit childish of me, but this is how I would feel even now if it happened again, or I would feel very similar at least. I still try to use this time period productively. I made homemade chicken soup for him because it is packed with protein and would be easy to eat and swallow. I made kimchi for the first time in my life, which was on my bucket list for a very, very long time. And of course, if you make kimchi, you have to make kimchi pancakes, so that was on the list too. Everything turned out really, really good, so I was quite happy about it. But I felt like I had to occupy myself during this time, so I would not just cry and be sad all day. which in itself is and was a great idea. But it also made me overwork myself, unfortunately. I remember between everyday shopping trips and cooking everything to be ready in time for the hospital visit so I can take it to my husband, I kind of neglected my own bodily needs. I should have taken better care of myself, and I regret getting into this tunnel vision type of mode even till this day. As a quick disclaimer, I am not saying that all of this caused my miscarriage, as multiple doctors reassured me that it did not. But me losing my mind and not slowing down did not help either. So my husband's operation went well. On the third day, they even let him out to come home. He was in quite a bit of pain, but at least he was in the comfort of his own home at this point. We spent the rest of week 11 being together. At the start of week 12, I had the most horrifying experience ever. Also, sorry if I will be graphic in the next few minutes, but I think details are important in this case. Basically, my discharge became brownish, reddish tinted. We tried not to panic right away, tried to look for answers on the internet like everybody else, and everything pointed towards this being normal, and if it continues on for more days, then get it checked out by a doctor. In hindsight, I think we should have called the doctor right away instead of just waiting and staying stressed out, anxious for the next few days. That's what I wholeheartedly would recommend for anybody else to do. It's just so much better for your mental health. What threw us off is that for the next 5 days, I would keep spotting on and off. Sometimes my discharge would be brown, then one day it would clear up, and then the next day it would start again. Because of this ever-changing flow, we would be relieved and then start worrying again, and we were just so confused on what to do. The color of my discharge never turned to fresh red blood, so we were still hopeful that everything was fine. In some ways, this is how we tried to cope, I think, thinking back. At the end of week 11, we decided that this was enough uncertainty for us and went to see the doctors. I was supposed to be 12 weeks short of 1 day at the time, but the baby measured 9 weeks in size on the ultrasound, and there was no heartbeat. The doctor described this as a missed miscarriage and told us to make an appointment at the clinic right away. So that is what we did. When we went into a clinic the next day, another doctor checked the baby, confirmed that there was no heartbeat, and gave us some options on what we need to do right away. In the end, we decided that it would be best for me to have an operation under anesthesia. I did not want to take a pill to induce miscarriage, and I did not want to be aware of what was happening during the operation either. So this was the best course of action for me. All the doctors reassured me that losing a pregnancy is quite common to happen. Apparently, 1 out of every 3 women experience it in their life. Usually, 99% of the time, it is always a gene problem, meaning something just did not get put together right. They also kept telling us that this should not affect my fertility at all, and that we should be able to succeed on our next try. Not gonna lie, at that time, I did not even want to think about trying again. As we were waiting for me to get into the operation room and were signing all the papers, I felt like it was all too soon and everything was happening too fast. I think in the moment it was all so hard to comprehend what was happening, what has happened, and what will be happening. I do not think anybody ever considers that something like this might happen to them. I even remember thinking that there was no way this would ever happen to me, that I was ever going to have a miscarriage, as if I could just avoid it or not allow it to happen from sheer will. I guess in some way I was fortunate enough in my life that I did not experience true grief until this point. I would uncontrollably burst out crying out of nowhere for the next few months. I have fallen into a deep hole of grief and self-blame. All I could think of was what I might have done wrong to cause this to happen. What could I have done differently? Whenever you're just sitting there without kind of any information or not knowing why, you just tend to try to come up with some kind of answer for it by yourself. I didn't know how to deal, and in some ways I still don't know how to deal with the regret of not being able to meet them after all. And I also didn't want to deal with the shame of having to tell everyone what has happened, even though I know it wasn't my fault and I shouldn't feel ashamed, and nobody should feel shame for having a miscarriage. I couldn't have gone through all of this and to see the light at the end of the tunnel without my husband. I am truly beyond grateful that I have found him in this world. He was there with me throughout the whole journey, holding my hand and not letting go. I do not want to get corny too much, but our love for each other helped us through this period of our time, and dare I say, it even brought us closer. Everyone has their own way of grieving, which I want to fully respect, so please don't feel like how I dealt with or how we dealt with our own grief is how it's supposed to be. Your process is just as valid as mine. I am just sharing my journey to heal myself and hopefully encourage others to do the same. And to our little bean who we did not get to meet, we love you so much, and we will keep you in our hearts forever.